rock sliders. Rock sliders make even the most boringest cars look pretty aggressive. That's what we're going to be doing on the Shorty today. But I'm not going to just buy a set of rock sliders, because being me, I kind of like building it myself. But the problem with rock sliders is most of the time they're made out of tube, or if they are made out of square box section, they don't look that great. If you're going to do this thing yourself, you're probably going to need an extra couple of tools, and if you got them, hats off to you, because I don't. I've gone with another alternative where I can achieve building the sliders myself but not having to buy all the equipment to do it. And that's where DIY Customs come in. So this bloke is pretty much a genius, because he's letting everyone fill that void of being a custom fabricator but not actually being a custom fabricator, just simply putting his kit together. There's 3 types of kits you can get. There's a basic slider kit, which is pretty much just a straight beam. You can get a double kicker, which is 2 kickers on either end, or you can get a single kicker just for the rear or the front, whichever way you want to go. So the possibilities for it are like absolutely endless. First measurement we're going to give them is the length of our body, or how far we want our sliders to go. Step 2 is your chassis bracket. So what we want to do there, we're going to measure the exact width and the exact height of our chassis, and when I say exact, you're going to give them the exact measurements, because they are going to allow all the tolerances and everything. They know how it works. On the website, you have a simple form that you fill out giving him the measurements and all the other stuff. And if you're still a little bit confused, he offers his phone number at the top of the page, so that way you can call him and ask him for some guidance when ordering your kit.
Now the kit that I received is all 3 of them, so that way we can have a look and see which one we like the best, and I can show you guys what works the best. We'll run through a few scenarios and then see what we like. Now picking the design would probably be the hardest part about the whole thing, and because I was sent about 3 kits, it's messing with me something chronic. So I couldn't figure out what I wanted best, if I wanted the double kicker, if I wanted the single kicker, or if I just wanted the plain straight bar. And looking at it on the ground was very hard to try and figure out what I wanted. Once you hold it together, or pretty much just hold it next to the car, then you soon realize what looks best. And I found keeping the simple plain straight slider was the best choice for Shorty, because there's not that many crazy curves and everything between the 2 wheels that a double kicker would make, or single kicker would make. But having the straight bar is not the reason I went this kit in the first place. I went this kit so I can have something that was extremely different and extremely unique. So I'm going to tack together the straight bar, I'm going to mount it onto the car, we're going to sort out a couple more bits of pipe, and I have a pretty awesome surprise for you at the end. Now, it took me all night to figure this out, but I finally figured it out, and I really like the design. It's very simple and very unique. Doing the first one is always the easiest, because you're sort of setting it where you want it, and then doing the same to the other side. So doing the first one, you're just going to make sure your door opens, make sure you got enough gap, so if you do take a hit, it's not like 10 mil where it's going to still hit the cab. So you want to have a little bit of give, but not too much, and then you pretty much just sit it where you want. Now keep in mind that when you are buying this kit, you're still going to have to use your imagination. You're still going to have to like make things fit. You're still going to have to cut pipe. You're still going to have to weld it. So don't think by ordering it, it's just a direct bolt-on kit, because it's really not. So you really have to use your imagination. All DIY Customs is doing is taking the hard part out of it really. So getting the bends right, getting the notches right, just pretty much sending a pre-cut kit that you just got to weld on, put together, and then make sure it fits yourself. So if you have zero experience with welding or cutting pipe or measuring, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to give it a go, I highly recommend it because it's worth it. Once you get that skill and once you work out how to use the welder and everything, all the other modifications you're going to do to your car is just going to be so much easier. Now for the next step is your chassis bracket. So pretty much this is going to, like, just say this is your beam, that's going to slide up over top, and you use this bolt, put it through, tighten that up, and then that's going to clamp hard onto your chassis, and you're going to weld straight to this. Great idea. And then that way when you don't want it anymore, pull the bolt out, slide it down off your chassis, your sliders are off. You can paint them, you can fix them, you can straighten them, you can do everything. Like I was saying, that looks really good as it sits, but I have these left over, and I was wondering what I could do with these to make them look really cool. Like you can go something like that as like a step or something, but then I didn't want so much hanging out that when you do lay on the side, you're going to bend it, you're going to have more leverage to bend it. So what I found, if you cut it in half, then stick it like that, then you have a really cool little kick out that if you're rubbing down the side of something, you're going to hit that, and then it's going to push your car sideways and it will be mad. So I think we'll tack that into place. So from there, just throwing a beam across or something like that would look pretty good. But I reckon maybe add another kicker about there. So here's a basic bit from the kit. I think we should put that right there. Little kickers come out the same width as the wheel. So that way, you're sliding, and then boop, pokes it out, kicks out beside the wheel. So this is Bam Bam. He loves fabricating, he loves welding for some odd reason. So he's offered his services to help me finish these sliders today. So hopefully today we'll get them all welded up and then make them look pretty, and then he can fix all my fuck ups.
Yep, Cody was struggling. He sent out the vape signals. I saw him from my place, so I thought, yep, let's get in the truck and head on down. Not to hurt your feelings, but we might de-uglify some of the welds. And then, yeah, start from scratch. I bought me MIG, we'll churn it up, and let's melt some metal, man.
It's gonna be fun. Alright, let's get to it. I want to say a massive thank you to Bam Bam for coming out and helping me finish welding up the sliders. Really appreciate that, dude. If you haven't seen his stuff, go check out Bam Bam Fabrications on YouTube. Him and I are building a quad turbo big block ready for a show here in Townsville that's coming up, so I'm very excited about that one. Also, DIY Customs, I'll leave the link to their website below. Great people to deal with, and also keep in mind if you are buying this kit, they do not have kits for your vehicle on the shelf ready to go. Pretty much you send them the measurements, they send you out the kit, and you have to put it together. So that'll be it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, boys.